Good morning, everybody. We're live here from the birdhouse, and we are getting into kind of early to mid December here. So, we've got an update for you on some different birds people are seeing in the area, especially the birds of prey, because as food starts to get more scarce, you might start to see more of these in your yard. So, as always, we want to know what kind of things you are seeing. You can put your sightings in the comments. If you have questions, you can put them in there too. Or you can always just say hi. We love to know who is on, and we can just get started. We do, of course, have things going on here at the store. We've got all kinds of events. You can visit our website at thebirdhouseny.com to get the full list of what is going on for the remainder of the year. And we do still have events going on. This one is going on through December 27th here, the Put a Bird on It art show. We teamed up with Lumiere Photo, who took in a whole bunch of bird themed art, and those pieces from that show have flown south here to the birdhouse for the winter for show and sale. So we have a little gallery set up in the store of some pieces from the Put a Bird on It art show. So there's over 70 artists that are displayed with over 80 pieces, and so that is all here at the store, and that'll go through the 27th. So we have sold some pieces already. So stop on in if you want to get first dibs on some of the art. So it's really fun to even just look at all of the diversity of what we have here. So we've got that going on. We also have a book signing this Saturday with Jack Butler and Diane Ham, who wrote Mendham Pond's Fairchild's Dream, the book about Mendham Ponds, which has been very popular. And then Jack also wrote a book about the history of Durand Eastman Park, which is really, really interesting. So we've got both of those books here in stock, and they will be here for a book signing on Saturday. If you can't make it on Saturday, though, we always do carry these books here at the Birdhouse, and you can buy them online too on our website, which again is thebirdhouseny.com. We also still have some big binocular specials going on. Some of those specials end on Saturday, so stop in to get some really good deals on stuff. Some of these binoculars from Nikon are on sale for up to $70 off, which I've never seen them give such big rebates. So we've got that going on here at the store, or these you can take advantage of on our website also. If you want to buy them online, you can buy them from us at thebirdhouseny.com. And if you're local to Monroe County, we'll even do free delivery. So we've got that going on here too. And then also, if you are around, definitely stop in the store to sign up to enter to win a BeakView camera. This is a BeakView camera that you can put anywhere. It's called the Feather Cam bird camera, and you can put it by feeder stations. You can put it by a bird bath. You can put it by the outside of a birdhouse. So it operates just like the BeakView feeder cams do, where it's motion sensitive. So when a bird flies by, it starts recording. So we're raffling off one of these for the holidays as well. So you can stop in, no purchase necessary, to enter to win that camera. Well, let's get started with some of the birds that people are seeing locally in the upstate New York area, and this could be the same depending on where you are in the country too. These are some of our winter birds of prey that stick around. Some are coming down here for the winter. Some are here year round, like the merlin. The merlin is a small falcon, and we've been getting reports of them. A lot of reports by the water. If you've got a house by the water, or if you're hiking kind of by the water, lots of merlin have been spotted. But even some people are seeing them in their own yards. So merlin are a small falcon, and the males have kind of this like steel bluish gray colored back, but the merlin are around for the winter. And so look for these little small falcons. They look very similar to the American kestrel, just not as colorful. So got merlins around, but what you're most likely to start seeing Oh, here's a picture that Mark sent in too of a merlin by the canal, by the water. So, yeah, definitely some merlin activity happening. But what you're probably most likely to see is this site here at your backyard, sitting at your feeders or sitting on your porch. It's the Cooper's hawk. So, Cooper's hawks are notorious for going after birds at bird feeders, especially in the wintertime, is when we really start to hear about it once we start to get some snow and cold. The Cooper's hawks definitely descend into backyards. They're known for having what's called a fierce or piercing kind of look to their eye. The adults will have this the striping on their chest, which is kind of a chestnut color. So lots of Cooper's hawks are around. Don't be surprised if you get one in your yard eyeing down your bird feeders. If that is the case and you want them to go elsewhere, if you take your feeders down for a couple days, they tend to disperse. Excuse me. So another bird that you might see in your backyard, which is smaller than the Cooper's hawk, but the coloration is very similar, is the sharp-shinned hawk. So sharp-shinned hawks are quite small. They're very, very little. They're about the size of a mourning dove, so they can be really, really small. But they will also go after birds at the bird feeders too. They have more of a rounded head and a squared off tail than the Cooper's hawk, but their size is can be quite striking, quite strikingly small. So sharp-shinned hawks are around for the winter, and they will come to backyards too, just like the Cooper's hawk. And you might even get a red-tailed hawk in your yard. Red-tailed hawks don't necessarily go after birds at the bird feeders so much, but they will go after things like squirrels or rodents if you've got them underneath your feeders. So red-tailed hawks definitely are here all winter long. They are our most common bird of prey. So if you're out driving, you'll see them perched in trees all the time. These are the birds that'll perch on the light poles as you're driving down the highway. So lots of red-tailed hawks out there. But you might get some in your yard, more so going after the mammals and not the birds. And in the wintertime, we do get rough-legged hawks coming down here for the wintertime. This is a bird that nests further up north in the tundra, but they come south here for the winter. There's been sightings of the rough-legged hawks around the Montezuma area, especially. There's been quite a few sightings of them around. They are about the same size as the red-tailed hawk. They don't have that red tail. They have different color morphs, so it can be sometimes a little bit more difficult to identify them. But a lot of the times they'll have this very dark patch on their breast. And if you get to see their legs, you can see why they have the name rough-legged hawk. They have feathers that go all the way down to their feet. So it kind of looks like they've got feathery pants on. So they've got feathers all down their legs, which the red-tailed hawks don't have. But rough-legged hawks will be here for the winter time, especially if you're in the Montezuma area doing some birding. Keep an eye out for the rough-legged hawks. And bald eagles. Anywhere you can find open water, you have a good chance of seeing bald eagles. So this picture was sent in recently from Mark J of a bald eagle. And the bald eagles will eat a lot of fish. They eat they'll go after ducks, they'll go after mammals, but they are commonly seen by the water. So we definitely do have them in the winter. Even if you go to the bay or if you go to a part of the lake that might be frozen over, sometimes you'll see the eagles just hanging out there on the ice. So they are definitely around for the winter months, and they're not too hard to find if you go out looking. And it's not a bird of prey necessarily, but it is a bird that preys on things. The northern shrike is another bird we get in the wintertime, which will hunt small mammals. Sometimes it will go after birds. It's known for impaling its prey on sharp objects, but northern shrike have been seen around too. So keep an eye out for northern shrike. Not your most common backyard bird, but you might happen upon them when you're out hiking and birding. And the owls, we've got snowy owls in the wintertime here sometimes. So far, not that much activity for snowy owls have been reported. Late in November, there were some coming through Braddock Bay, But so far, not a lot of snowy owl reports, but we are keeping our eyes peeled for those, and we'll let you know if more start to show up. But people are seeing short-eared owls. Short-eared owls do come here for the wintertime. They are seen hovering over fields, gliding low over fields as they search for their prey items of small mammals. And there's been some short-eared owls seen, especially out in the Avon area, Geneseo area. So they are here for the winter. Sometimes you can find them at Buckland Park if you're local in the Rochester area. That can be a place that you go to see them, which isn't too long of a drive. But short-eared owls are making their appearance back in the area. And if you are going out birding and looking for some of these birds and you're driving through some areas that have nice wide open fields, keep an eye out for those flocks of snow buntings. Lots of snow buntings have been reported, and sometimes you might just see one, but usually you'll see a nice big flock of snow buntings. So if you see something, see a nice big group of birds flocking in a field and it doesn't quite look like a group of starlings, they're flying way too low, doesn't look like a pigeon, could very well be snow bunting. So worth a second look. And as far as at feeders go, people are reporting red-breasted nuthatches coming to their finch favorite feeders, or their Niger feeders that might have the finch favorite blend in it, because they'll eat those sunflower hearts that are in that blend. They'll eat black oil sunflower, they'll eat peanuts, they'll eat suet. So red-breasted nuthatches are coming back to bird feeders. And people are reporting some American tree sparrow also. This is another bird that comes down here for the wintertime, and they are being reported again. And some scattered reports of the large fox sparrow. This is a bird that would be kind of underneath your feeders more so, or in your shrubs, or tucked away in the back of your yard, going underneath some plants looking for some food. But fox sparrow, some scattered reports of them. And then white-throated sparrow, people are getting underneath their feeders, and not as commonly seen recently, but there are still some white-crowned sparrows that people are reporting also at their feeders. And as far as sparrows go, the most common visitor that you'll see for the wintertime as far as sparrows go, probably going to be the dark-eyed junco, which is in the sparrow family, and they are a very common feeder bird in the winter months when they come down here for the winter. They've got that pink bill, they have the dark eye, and they are very kind of slate gray color with a white belly. So lots of dark-eyed junco around. And if you've got your Niger feeder up, or if you have a feeder that has sunflower seed or sunflower hearts, you might get, on top of having those goldfinches, the pine siskin. Lots of pine siskins are seen at feeders in the winter months, and they have definitely been around. We've been keeping an eye on the red poll situation. There's been some scattered reports of red polls, but not a huge amount yet reported. So we're keeping our eyes out for those birds as well. But some other finches that you're likely to see at your feeders are house finches. House finches are common all year round. They like the black oil sunflower seed. If you've got safflower out, they absolutely love safflower. This is the male and the female. The male is on the left with that very reddish kind of coloration, reddish wash on him, as well as being quite heavily striped. And you can see the female doesn't have the red, but has a lot of stripes on them. So house finches we have all year round. You've probably seen them at your bird feeders. But then also keep your eyes out for purple finch, which tend to be more common in the winter months. The males are more of a raspberry color, and they don't have as much striping on them as the house finches do. But they will come to Niger feeders sometimes, but they seem to more prefer the larger seeds. They've got that bigger bill than the house finches do. And they tend to come more to sunflower feeders or feeders with safflower seed in them. So some people have been having quite a bit of success with getting the purple finches to their feeders too. If you are shopping for anyone this holiday season, we do have lots of gifts here at the Birdhouse, and some of our top sellers this season are things like the birdie wreaths, the bird seed wreaths that the birds can cling onto and peck away at the seeds. These every year are such a good seller. We also have the hot pepper version in stock now. So if you've got squirrels, the squirrels won't eat the hot pepper wreaths, but the birds absolutely will. So those are a very good seller. You can buy them here at the store in person, or you can always shop online at thebirdhouseny.com. We've got lots of those wreaths available on our website. And then some feeders. So these little caged feeders, this one on the left is called the caged orb feeder, and it's just a small round feeder, great for the smaller birds. So chickadees can fly in there, goldfinches, and you can put any kind of mixed seed in that one. The picture on the right is a very similar, same idea kind of feeder, but it's got a mesh style tube in there. So you could put sunflower seed in there, or you could put peanuts. It just isn't made for a blend that has little seed pieces in it. But that one is also really popular. Some small compact feeders. They're both $21.95, super reasonable price for what you get. And they keep the squirrels out too, which is great. And then, of course, there's window feeders. Everybody loves to be able to see their birds up close. And one of the best ways you can do that is by getting a window feeder. Not only are these popular for people, but a lot of people will buy them for their pets. It's like TV for cats and dogs, or if you have pet birds, they'll watch the birds outside. So the window feeders are lots of fun, and we have a whole bunch of different types. And we've got lots of the hot seed in stock. The Flaming Hot Feast has been one of our top sellers. We have it in loose seed that you can just pour into a feeder. We now have it in large bags also. We have it in 14-pound bags, which is the largest size they make. And you can also now do the buy four, get one special on those 14-pound bags. So we have that in stock. You can buy in bulk. You can save just like you can with all of our other seed. And not only do we have the loose seed version of the Flaming Hot Feast, we have the seed logs, which go on the seed log feeders. We have bells, like I mentioned, we have the Flaming Hot wreaths. So we've got all of that in stock too. We've got a ton of toys for kids, stocking stuffers. The spin copters continue to be a top seller. They're a little propeller that you slingshot up into the air. They light up and they'll propeller down to the ground. They're only $5.95. They make an awesome stocking stuffer. We have a whole bunch of those. We have some fun pins. We've got all kinds of great gifts for kids. We've got birdhouse kits. We have owl pellet dissecting kits. We've got all kinds of fun stuff like that in stock too. And then the fresh cut paper continues to be a really good selling line. These are cards that you can send in the mail, and then they pop open to be a paper bouquet. So we have small versions that are only $8.95 that are quite compact. And then we have these big bouquets here, which start at $12.95, that are really wonderful as centerpieces. They make awesome gifts. If you want to send somebody some flowers, you can send them a paper version that they can enjoy for months and months and months. And so these the fresh cut paper cards are really, really popular. And we just got more of our birdhouse caps in stock. So we've got these baseball caps that have a whole bunch of different birds and animals on them. And on the back, it says the Birdhouse, Rochester, New York. We just got another shipment of them in. We've got some with ravens. We've got some with cardinals and bluebirds and goldfinches, as well as mammals like bats and fox and porcupine. So we've got a whole bunch of those in stock now too. They've been a very, very popular gift for people. And always our Cobain ornaments, our beautiful blown glass ornaments of different birds. We have these in stock online as well as in the store. Lots of different options for you. Everything from a mallard duck to a heron to woodpeckers. We've got it all. And the birdseed bags, we still do have in stock. These little canvas bags come with a bag of birdseed inside of them, and they have a nice little sentiment on them that says, "It is a Scandinavian tradition to feed the birds on New Year's Day to ensure good luck in the year ahead. Spread birdseed on your doorstep for luck in the coming year." And we have these in a few different styles. We've got one with a cardinal, a nuthatch, a chickadee, and we also have some that have reindeer on them. That's a reindeer feed that kids can use to feed the reindeer, Santa's reindeer, on Christmas Eve night. So we've got all those in stock. And I should also mention we do have the bird feeder cameras in stock too. These are a great gift. We carry the Beak View version of the bird feeder cameras. What we found with these is that they're easy to install, super easy to set up. And what's best is that their customer service is all US based. So if you have a question, you can call them up and you can actually get somebody to talk to you and walk you through the setup process. Or if you have any questions, they can absolutely help you with that, which I know has been an issue with some of the other bird feeder camera companies. If you have a bird feeder cam already and you're looking to set it up, we also have all the hardware that you need. If you need a pole to put it on, if you need anything like that, we've got all of that in stock here too. So thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you tuning in. And we will be back on Saturday with another broadcast. And until then, you guys have a wonderful week and we will talk to you.